Interesting.
What's up, everybody?
Yo.
I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know if I hate that concept, but like when you first had the idea, the epiphany, like I got an idea. What if we did, like a jury kind of courtroom movie, but the whole thing takes place just in the jury room, this one room, the entire thing.
I mean, look, I don't want you guys to dread seeing the movie, so I'll stop lying to you. It's really good.
It's really excellent, huh?
Oh,
it is really
you were
good.
lying?
Yeah.
Or are you lying now? You're just lying about.
Yeah, you could be
know.
lying now.
Could be a double lie.
This is a triple cross.
Yeah.
No, but it is actually.
No, it's it's good.
All right.
All right.
You're a fucking asshole.
It has it may or may not have a score in the 30s for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, for you, that's good. But
That is good.
you know what else is good?
NFL football.
Well, I mean, maybe for some people.
For some people.
Yeah.
For the teams that are going to have good teams. Yeah.
For the teams
the
that we're going to
fans.
talk about, for the fans that we're going to talk about today, we hope. I mean, if we're right, then yeah, they'll have a good time this year.
Correct. But if we don't mention that team,
Then you're with us, and you're not having a good time. Josh already isn't having a good time, looking like fucking Jordy over there.
hey, when are you supposed to get this stuff that you're supposed to be hanging up?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm being lazy. I got the little Starship posters, but they don't look
Okay.
good.
Even if you frame them?
Yeah, I'm not into it anymore.
Oh shit! Like you're just done with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with like a floating shelf with some
Memorabilia?
action figures or Metallica bobbleheads
Okay.
like old Lars
pic-
and
Pictures of yourself.
James there.
Pictures of yourself in the front row of WWE events.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got
in
it like
that fucking seafoam green shirt.
When you're like this,
Hey man, that was Kevin Owens winning the damn thing. That was good. That was good
Yeah.
shit.
I
was there.
can't tell if you were more happy about Kevin Owens or the fact that Triple H was in there like doing business.
When he double crossed Seth Rollins, man,
Yeah.
that was
You mean the three guys in the mic, number one wrestler of all time, Triple H?
We did pick him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Well, we also didn't include the actual that he's the number 2 greatest wrestler of all time. Because we
He's
because
Because we omitted Stone Cold.
yeah, because he would have won.
Yeah.
But hey, you know who's not going to win this year? Our team, Josh.
I'm not talking about it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. It's probably for the
Hey,
best.
are we ready to start this? Some of us got to get up.
Yeah,
It's already
man.
9:00.
Yeah, man, we're waiting on you. I mean, I mean, you're running the show.
All right, well, let's get this thing on the roll.
Good. I don't even know
Good.
what football is.
We know.
Yeah, I'm just
Trust
gonna,
me, in the next hour, so will everybody else listen to this podcast.
Oh, dude. I mean, look, I'm just gonna be that guy that's like, yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Michael Jordan.
He's
Awesome.
He throws a good. He throws a good volleyball.
Oh, Jesus, he's good from down.
I'm a logged out.
All right, we ready?
Dude, just fucking pull it.
All right. That's direct coming. Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents the 2021 NFL Playoff Bracket. I'm your co-host, Jason Tsunami, along with
The Human Dart.
And David Disaster. Fucking lag over there or what, dude? Took forever to say your name.
It was dramatic pause.
You're supposed to go second. We
I-
always have this discussion,
I-
and you're always supposed to go
I
second.
always go last. I'm always
You are
last because I am the most important. I am the marquee name.
Oh my God.
That's right.
David Linford Jr. is the marquee name.
Don't say my full name on here.
Not on the internet, dude.
Joshua Kirk Brewer. Yeah, I didn't know I knew that shit, huh?
Oh no!
I don't know Jason's
my
name.
God.
He's lucky.
Yeah.
It's Jason Adam Jones.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the one.
Got him.
Got him.
Your
All
social
right.
security number is 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I was
4,
gonna say, let's
5.
put it all out there.
Yeah.
No, Jason's social security number is 1.
1. Yeah, got him.
I only got 3 numbers.
Got him.
All right.
Hey, you know what? Fuck all that bullshit.
Why
We're here
are
to
we
talk about some goddamn foosball.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
football.
NFL season is
But hey,
here.
before we get into foosball, next week we're back on the AFI list. Number 87, the 1957 classic 12 Angry Men. Just a quick little peek ahead here. It's pretty fucking good. Good movie.
All right.
All right.
I'm excited. I am
I
now
usually wait
excited.
till the last second.
Yeah. Yeah. I might not wait until the day before now. I might actually.
I
watch
might not
it.
wait. Yeah, I might not wait until 2 hours before the podcast. How long is
Yeah.
that movie?
Hour and a half.
Okay, an hour and a half before
Yeah.
we start the
Yeah.
podcast. Then.
Easy watch. But okay, we're not here for that bullshit. We're here for some
Right.
goddamn football.
Yes.
So-
And for anybody who tuned in last year, for the last NFL season, we did the same thing. The premise of this episode is we're going to not only give you, according to Josh, take out a second mortgage because this is going to the bank.
Disclaimer:
predict-
we are not associated with any gambling websites. We are not professionals. Do not take any of our advice. We are not experts. This is all in good fun, and we don't know anything about the sport of football. All right, Jason, continue.
We are
Now,
not
having
only
said that,
gonna
these are
predict
stone cold locks.
of the week. We're
That's
going to
right.
predict all the teams that actually make the playoffs, and then we're going to give you the playoffs in a tournament style bracket, all the way up to your Super Bowl champion for next year. Like, it's like loot shit.
So last year we got
We were
both
one
of our
game away.
Super Bowl teams, all the way to the AFC and NFC championship games. Both of our teams lost in their conference championship games. So we were super close, but we did have I want to say like 11 of the playoff teams were correct that we predicted last year. Some incredibly high number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Percentage
Phil,
wise,
look.
we were actually very. We didn't have the seeding correct, obviously, because it's randomized on our part. But
Yeah.
like we were shockingly close to what it ended up being.
Yep.
So you can feel very safe betting your savings.
All of it.
Bet all your Doge
Absolutely.
on what we got going on here.
For God's sake, get some of your money back from your Doge investments by selling it all and writing it on our predictions. Or not.
Dave, why were you coming back like super slow in the frame over there?
I was waiting till y'all were done burying yourselves. All right, so in case that clip gets clipped and somebody's like,
Well, as you can see here by this, at this moment, that's when they said to bet everything that you have, and now I'm broke.
and so I won't be in frame when that happens.
Hey, listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. Whatever we land on today, I'm going to Vegas here on September 6th. I will bet whatever it is that we land on today. So I'm putting my motherfucking money where my mouth is.
Yeah. Kind of like, never mind. Anyway. So,
Just like a love sausage.
Yeah,
That's
you.
right.
I don't think you're actually going to do that. I'm just going to put that
you-
out.
he didn't say how much he was going to bet, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, what am I going to go bet? $1,000? No, we'll go bet like $10.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I'm going to turn my investment into $50. Let's go.
You're gonna make
Yeah.
my money make me money. All right, Jason.
That's right.
Jason, give us your spiel of what we can expect this evening.
Basically, we're going to go through full transparency. I'm a Cowboys fan. Both my co-hosts here are Texans fans. We have been in turmoil for decades, so this is not about us. This is about you. We're going to talk a little bit about the offseason, some of the upcoming storylines. We're going to have a couple of hot takes, and then we're going to deep dive into this bracket.
All right. All right. Yep. That's pretty much it. And so if we don't talk about your team, it's because we didn't think they're going to make it. So
correct.
That's the simplest way I can put that. And we will have some hot takes. So be prepared.
Yep.
All right, Jason, hit us. Hit us with it.
All right. So full transparency, I'm a Cowboys fan. Upcoming season, I've been saying for basically, I don't know, for the last 15 seasons, we're going to go 8-8, but
the NFL fucked you on that now.
Tie, exactly. They robbed me of my predictions.
Can't go 500
now
no more.
Unless we get a tie. So again, McCarthy is a puppet. He is just Jerry Jones's lackey bitch, and I think we're going to score a lot of points. And I think our defense is going to give up a lot of points.
And Dak's going to get injured again.
I hope Dak doesn't get injured. But this is my prediction for the Cowboys.
Sounds like you're going to be fun to watch.
Oh yeah, they will be fun to watch unless you just like have prone to like heart palpitations. If Ezekiel Elliott averages over 20 carries a game, we'll have more than 9 wins. If Dak Prescott averages 39 pass attempts a game, we'll be under 9 wins. So I think we're going to be 9-7.
So under 9 wins then.
You mean 9-8?
Should we take them off of our
9-8?
Yeah, should we take them off our playoff prediction then?
No,
they're going to squeak in because they're
that's
in the
probably going to be
weakest
good enough.
That's probably going to be good enough.
Right.
I don't want to see Zeke run the ball 20 times a game. I want to see Dak air it out, bro.
Are you planning on drafting in fantasy?
No.
Okay, because I am.
Is Kellen Moore still running your offense?
He is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't run the ball in Dallas anymore. That's done. That's donezo.
All right,
I will say this. If you're not going to use Ezekiel Elliott as a feature back, then trade him. I would rather trade him and have
they're not going to trade Dak's best friend. That's all I learned from Hard Knocks.
Oh God, I would rather have Joe Blow off the street as our starting running back.
No, you
if
wouldn't.
you're just hell bent on throwing it 50 times a game.
Here's the other problem: is nobody's going to trade for a $90+ million running back.
I didn't agree to that deal, so
I mean, you're okay.
Just saying.
Yeah, you didn't agree to that deal, so I guess it's void.
It is. I mean, look. I mean,
all right.
Look, I think the Cowboys are going to be better than what you think, and I think we all thought that last year, and they disappointed.
I was right.
That was one of our misses from last year. So
yeah, but I if Dak is healthy throughout the entire year this year, yeah, y'all are going to win at least 10 games.
He's the best quarterback in the division by far. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. You guys win the division.
So
correct.
I'll probably do the majority of the talking about the Texans real quick, and I'm gonna go through this fucking lickety split because I know Josh doesn't want to hear anything about it, and I don't really even want to talk about it, but I feel obligated. So elephant in the room, yes, Deshaun Watson is on our team, unfortunately, and we haven't traded him yet. Do I think? Well, we'll get into that later. But as far as the team that I believe we are going to put on the field, Jason, now is as good a time as any to bring it up.
We have a bet.
You and I have a gentleman's bet.
Yep.
I said that we were going to win at least 6 games.
Yep.
Spoiler, I actually don't think that's going to happen. But I'm going to stick with my guns and say we win 6 games somehow.
Yeah. So the USA Today win-loss projection for the Texans this year, they project that the Texans are going to go 1-16.
Wow.
I think that's a little bit stupid. Okay.
I think we're going to go 2-15. I think we beat the Jags in week 1, and I think we beat the Jets later in the season. Everything else
is a guaranteed loss.
No. What would you
put our range? or rank like the lower?
I think we could win. We could win up to 4 games.
Oh shit! You think that's our ceiling?
Yeah, I don't think it's any more than 4. And I only think 4 games because I think we can still split like the season series with like the Colts and the Titans just because they're in our division.
And the Jags.
You know. Yeah, and the Jags obviously because I said we were going to beat them in the first game. I think we can split the season series with those guys.
Because I said a month and a half ago when we decided to do this bet, I thought the ceiling, absolute ceiling, was 5 games. And Dave was just vehement. No. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
look, our defense so far, obviously preseason, obviously offenses are not doing everything they can do. Right? Okay, I get it.
Defense does look a little bit better.
I know the bet is that it's 6 wins. I think the floor for us is somewhere between 3 and 4 wins. And I'll just say 3 wins, and I'll say the ceiling is 6, because I think the defense could carry us, and if we can figure the fuck out of our offense and just get the maximum out of Tyrod Taylor, then we can win 6 games.
Okay.
Our schedule is not stupid hard, like on paper.
It's not good.
Well, put it like this: with our defense, if we had Deshaun Watson and he didn't have all this stuff going on, we're a 10-win team, in my opinion. So, like, I think losing him and substituting in Tyrod, I think the ceiling is now 6. But I think a lot of things have to go right, and I'm just gonna say we get 6.
I mean, we had Deshaun last year, and we were a 4-win team.
We also had a worse defense, and we had a worse coaching staff.
Hey, look, well, I don't know about coaching staff, but here's what I'd say. Like, I'm excited that whoever the GM, Nick Caserio, whatever, I'm excited that we have an adult in charge who is going to make like legitimate personnel decisions and not just like rage emotional decisions. It's like if I'm the fucking GM. Like I'm just cutting people left and right over here. Like you need a voice of reason, okay?
Yep.
So at least Caserio is making some moves, and he's trying to go back and fix some of those bad deals that O'Brien did. Cully, look, all the videos I've seen, the dude seems super positive. I think he's going to do the job he's been brought there to do, which is to rebuild the culture of the Texans.
Yeah. Because he's not calling plays on offense, he doesn't call plays on defense, so,
which is great.
All he's doing is managing the games, like managing the clock, calling timeouts, calling challenges, and he's just like a cheerleader, and that's essentially it, right?
Yeah. So I think he's going to be the bridge coach for us for the next few years, and then if we can do what we need to rebuild the team the right way, then you bring in the guy who's going to drive you home.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. As far as the approach, especially if they're in the know and they have an idea of like what's going to happen with the quarterback situation, what's going to happen in the draft picks. They have an idea of what they've got and where they need to get to. I think it's a sound plan.
Obviously, we just got to trade Deshaun to start the ball rolling. That's the name of the game at this point.
All right.
So,
all right, well,
Jason,
get
into your questions before we ruin them.
Yep, we'll get into our storylines of the offseason going into this season and right here at the Deshaun. Look, we all know about the whole Deshaun Watson situation, so we're not going to beat a dead horse. But the question remains, what's the likelihood that the Texans trade him before the November 3rd trade deadline?
0%.
So I'll say
They trade him off in the offseason next year or after this year?
So none of the civil hearings or like any of the cases are supposed to even start until February of next year. So I think it's going to be next year. I think he'll be on the exempt list this year, and we won't see him or hear from him until next year.
Until he gets all this cleared up?
Yep.
That's
all right.
So that's probably likely. I didn't know that about the court case thing. Now, well, assuming Okay, assuming no random settlement happens that removes that as a factor, I probably agree with Josh that I just don't see a team. Here, the problem is that what the Texans have already clearly put out there that they want for him versus like the unknown with his, outside of the field situation. I just don't see how a team can put their franchise at that risk,
Right.
on that much unknown, right? With what the Texans are asking for, you know what I mean? Like if it's just you're crippling your franchise if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you have to have a ready-built team that is in that position of all we need is a quarterback. Next year's draft doesn't matter, and there's just not a lot of those teams
No,
because those teams don't have a lot of collateral to make the trade to begin with.
I mean the only teams right now that are in talks are the teams that everybody else has been talking about this whole offseason, which is Miami and Carolina. And I mean,
Denver.
we're 2 weeks away from the start of the season or whatever it is. I mean,
And
it would have
I'll say
happened
another
by
thing.
now if it was going to
Yeah,
happen.
You never see like a huge trade because this is going to be a huge trade no matter what the situation is. You hardly ever see a huge trade after the season starts.
Well, not to mention the
Yeah.
fact, like just the simple like the semantics of the situation, like he, because whichever team did this, he'd have to learn their playbook. He'd have to get the rapport with the players, like. And you're not going to do this big trade unless you plan on him being the week 1 starter. I just think it's too late. Like it's just too late to do anything.
Yeah, I think that the time to strike would have been the 2 weeks leading up to the draft.
Unless the Texans are willing to take a bigger discount, which I prefer they not do. But unless the Texans are like they get some offer for some team who's like, look, we're not going to give you what you want, but we'll give you like a first, a second, and a decent player, and we'll take him off your hands now, and we'll deal with his court issues.
Yeah, I
Unless
just don't think.
I don't
think the Texans are going to take that chance though.
I don't think they need him off the team that bad. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, just let him sit. Like, because he won't play. And to Josh's point, like, he won't play. He'll deal with his court thing. And then he'll be free to trade, in time next year. And we'll get a fucking haul for him. So,
Yeah. All right. So next storyline, Aaron Rodgers, from all accounts, is playing his last season in Green Bay. Does that have any effect on the team that he's trying to lead this season?
I'll let you go, Josh.
No.
No. You don't think
No.
that would weigh at all?
They're all pros. They want to win a Super Bowl. They know their best chance of winning Super Bowls with him, so they're all going to play the happy family and put it together.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think? I know that Aaron Rodgers is the ultimate professional, but I don't know. It just seems like this is a situation where he hates everything about the situation that he's in there, and I don't really know all of the reasons why. It just seems like that's going to cause some issues over the course of the season. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I can see it becoming an issue every single week where if he has a bad game or if the team has a bad game, there's going to be questions from, say, the reporters.
I would
every
say
week.
I can't really answer the question, but I would say it's something to watch. To your point, I think, well, to both of your points, right? Like, yes, they're all professionals. I think at the end of the day, if they're winning games, it's completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like they're winning games, and who gives
Winning
a fuck?
makes everything better.
Yeah, who gives a
Yeah.
fuck, right?
Yeah,
Now,
no, I agree.
to kind of play both sides of the fence here, if they start stinking it up for whatever reason, and they go on a bad run, and because I mean Aaron Rodgers he's lately been like the type of guy who's just his say whatever the fuck is on his mind, like he's been talking shit about the team and stuff in the offseason. Like if that happens during the season, then it's a distraction probably. But, that's just going to depend on the team's record and like the momentum they have at the time.
I will say this. as somebody who I've never been a Green Bay fan, but to be as lucky as Green Bay to have two generational quarterbacks, basically they've had a generational quarterback for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
If you want to go Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers with just a few seasons of, I would say but I mean, both of these quarterbacks are going to end their career the same way at Green Bay. And I think it might be time to start wondering, is it the organization?
I mean, they're probably going to just say, look at our trophies. We don't give a fuck. Like,
all right.
Both quarterbacks got him a ring, or at least one ring. So,
yeah. All right. So, another big storyline: Jaguars coaxed Urban Meyer to the NFL. He was able to get Trevor Lawrence with the first pick. Is Urban Meyer the guy or not? But how long until he's either fired or actually starts winning?
2 seasons. He'll be fired after 2 seasons.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Like you're saying he will be, like you have no doubt, like that you do. So you don't think he's going to work out, basically?
No.
Do you think he's one of those guys?
He's already coming in. He's already coming in and getting fined because he's breaking the rules already in minicamp because he's having like contact and all the other shit. Like, so he's already coming in and proving that he's continuing to do the same shit than he did in college, where he can't follow the rules. Well, in college, like, he owns those kids because they're all there on scholarship. Like, in the NFL, like, most of these guys make more than he does, right? And they're older, and, quite frankly, they don't need him as much as they need him in college. So, like, a lot of these guys aren't going to put up with the same bullshit. And how many college coaches have come to the pros and been successful?
Not a lot.
I mean,
not too many.
Pete Carroll, but this is Pete Carroll's third stop. He was fired in both the New England and the New York Jets before that. The greatest college coach in the history of time, Nick Saban. He was not successful. Now, had the Drew Brees trade gone, had his medical staff not said, hey, Drew Brees is not good to go, maybe that's a different story, but he didn't work out. Who was the guy that fucking burned out on the goddamn Falcons mid-season and went back to Bobby Petrino?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino, he did not work out.
Chip Kelly.
No. Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
I mean, the list goes on and on, right? So I don't. I mean, look, and they were definitely successful. I mean, look, John Harbaugh, right, or it's Jim, I forget what the Harbaugh brother that coaches college now.
Yeah,
isn't he?
But, I mean, he took the 49ers to a Super Bowl. So I mean, he was successful.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's a great example. Actually, Jimmy Johnson was very successful. Obviously.
I don't know.
Barry Switzer. He did it his way, baby.
I don't know. I just been watching a little bit of what obviously the success of Urban Meyer is probably completely tied to the success of Trevor Lawrence,
which is the next part of this question. Do we think Trevor Lawrence is going to be, as good as advertised, or is he going to be a bust?
I think it's too soon to say if he's going to be a bust like that. I mean, he hasn't even played a real game, but like, I'll say this.
I think he's the real deal.
Okay, I'm biased. Obviously, I'm a Texans fan, so it's not in my interest to root for the Jaguars. So my opinion probably is null and void already on this topic. But I have not been overly impressed with Trevor Lawrence thus far. He hasn't done anything for me to like. I mean, he looks like a rookie quarterback. Does he look better than our rookie quarterback? Yeah, sure. But he should.
He's number one pick.
Number one overall pick, right? But has he looked like has he elevated the team? Like, has he just elevated the team and just been like, oh man, this guy is magical? Like, he doesn't look like Andrew Luck, like as an example, right? So,
I mean, have you guys heard of Tom Brady?
Yes.
Pat Mahomes.
Yep.
Pretty good quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Let me ask you a question. In the 2009 Super Bowl, where the Patriots were going for the perfect season, right, and they get to the very last game against the Giants, and the Giants got that pass rush going, and they're just rushing 4, They're not even nonstop. They're just rushing 4 the whole game, and they're just crushing New England's offensive line. What did Tom Brady look like?
He didn't look very good.
No.
Yeah. What about this past Super Bowl where you got Pat Mahomes and his offensive line, like his left and right tackle, were hurt during the playoffs and couldn't play?
Doo-doo.
Yeah, he didn't.
You could be the greatest quarterback in the world. If your offensive line sucks, you're not going to be good. And his offensive line, thus far in the preseason, looks like absolute shit.
Well,
so is he going to be a bust? I don't know, but I don't think he's going to have a good season.
Well, I don't think he's going to have a particularly good season either. But I do think he's ultimately going to be a boom, not a bust.
All
right.
It's too soon to say that, but I mean,
absolutely too soon.
I mean, like I agree with Josh. I agree with Josh. I don't think he has a great season because I don't think the team around him is good.
Here's my personal opinion: is I hope he's a fucking bust.
Yeah,
I mean he's in our fucking division. I don't want to see that motherfucker.
All right, so last part of this: do we make it to the end of the season with full stadiums?
No.
Or will we see the virus shut down packed stadiums this year?
I don't think we make it to mid-season before they start closing stadiums.
All right.
I don't think. Are we okay? Let me just go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say the caveat being that I'm assuming it's going to be on a city-by-city basis. So I'm saying that by mid-season, some cities will have closed their stadiums to the public.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was like I just wanted to clarify like what that is because listen, Texas and Florida, we're not closing shit. Maybe we go down to half capacity, but I mean not to turn this into a political podcast, but it already is that bad.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. I think also the other part that we need to take into consideration was when in the northern states, when it gets cold, people start going inside. That's when you start to get people sick up north. I think you'll see a lot of the stadiums in the north either half capacity or no fans in the stands.
Yeah, I don't think any team goes 0 fans this year. But
Okay,
I think you'll see. I think you'll see some capacity restrictions. But
okay,
I think
That's
with the vaccine and everything else right now, I feel like most teams are gonna not want to not have no fans.
That's probably it's probably a safer bet there.
Yep. All right, so our hot takes before we get into this. We've got last year we successfully predicted that the Patriots would not make the playoffs, correct? This year we have 2 teams that were both in the playoffs last year that we predict will not make the playoffs this year. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. So if you're a fan of either one of these teams, you can stop right now.
Absolutely fuck the Colts.
Any particular reasons why we think they're not going to make the playoffs?
I'll start with the Colts.
Personally, the Colts, they have Carson Wentz at quarterback. They're not making the playoffs.
Is he even their quarterback right now? Because last I heard he was injured.
He's on the roster. I think he got a hangnail. That's at least 5 weeks.
Look, there is a path for the Colts to make the playoffs. Okay, I got 2 words for you. Sam Ehlinger. Okay, if Sam Ehlinger can be their starting quarterback for the season, they can win probably 17 games. The downside of that is Sam Ehlinger just got hurt, so he's actually going to be out for like 5-6 weeks.
Oh my God,
Dave, you look confused. Sam Ehlinger was the starting quarterback for the University of Texas for the last few.
Yeah, I just had.
He's my guy.
Full disclosure, I just did a Google search because I was like, I don't know this man. I don't watch. I'm not a great football fan. I don't watch college football. So like,
I was incredibly heartbroken whenever the Colts took him in the 6th round. I was like, God damn it! Now I can't root for him. But no, so they're going to be starting Jacob Eason probably for the season, and they don't have their
They don't have
goddamn lifetime guard in Quentin Nelson right now either, who's coming back from foot injury as well. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to be starting off the season in slow motion.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, so now, I think the bigger take here with Pittsburgh is the fact that they have not had, I believe, a losing season under Tomlin.
Correct.
They have not had a losing
been
season since
500.
2003.
Yeah, I think they've been 500 a couple of times underneath him. But I think they would have to have a losing record to not make the playoffs this year.
Probably.
So are we thinking that Big Ben is just not going to be able to hang, or is he going to get injured, or is the team just run its course and about time to start looking for a new coach, or what?
I don't think it's time to look for a new. Yeah, I don't think it's time to look for a new coach. I think Big Ben. I mean, look, Big Ben. I think he's no doubt about it. I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Correct.
And if you've seen him at all this offseason compared to last year, he's lost some weight, he's in better shape.
He's half the man he used to be.
Yeah. So I think he's in good shape. I think he's going to get hurt. I mean, he's just at that point in his career where he's getting. I say he's old. I mean, he's probably my age, but he's old in football years, right? And I don't know. He's not. Look, Tom Brady's a fucking
machine.
An enigma. Yeah, an enigma is the wrong word, but he's there's never ever been anybody like Tom Brady, and probably never will be. Yeah,
correct.
So age catches up with everybody. I just don't think he's going to be the same guy. I think they could still probably maybe go 9-7, but I mean, I think the Browns are going to be really, really good this year. The Ravens are in there for sure.
Wouldn't it be 9-8? What
9-8? Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, we all got to get used to this 17 thing. But the Browns are going to be really good. The Ravens are going to be really good, and I think there's going to be some other teams out there that are going to be in the wild card conversation. So I don't think they have to have a losing record. I just don't think they're going to win games.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it as well. I think they're going to be in that 8-9, 9-8. I think they're going to get. There are other teams, to Josh's point, that are just good enough or just better than them, and are just better put together. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with them.
All right. So our last hot take, and this one is going to be basically for bragging rights. NFL coach is on the hot seat. I got a little list here compiled from the internet on coaches on the hot seat. We just need to predict who do we think is the first coach on this list to get fired. So we got Vic Fangio in Denver, Brian Flores in Miami, Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona, Mike
You think Flores is on the hot seat?
I don't think so. But
Can we
CBS
substitute our own pick?
Yeah, well, hold on. Mike McCarthy with Dallas, Matt Nagy with the Bears, Zach Taylor with Bengals, and Frank Wright with the Colts.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, on that list, I would say Cliff Kingsbury.
I'm gonna
As
go
the first person to get fired this year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with Matt Nagy, the Bears.
I'm gonna go hot take, and I'm gonna go Frank Reich, and it has nothing to do with my hatred for the Colts, but I think the Colts are gonna be hot fucking trash this year, like do.
And they've been set up. They've been they've been advertised as a team that just needed a quarterback. And now you're going to spend the last 2 years getting mercenary quarterbacks that are supposed to come in and do the job, and they haven't. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that I disagree with you. That would be a hot take. You would definitely own the award there.
I think Nagy. I mean, Nagy's he's on the last year of his deal, and they didn't him, so that's probably an obvious choice. But I feel like Fields can save his job. If Fields is as advertised right now, I think he can save his job. I think Cliff is holding Arizona back.
Yeah, see, I personally felt like the Cardinals are going to make the playoffs, so I don't think he should be on this list.
We overruled you because I think the Cardinals are.
I think
I think
they're in the toughest division in football.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Miami is going to be in the playoffs. Brian Flores, I love what he's doing over there. I don't know why he would be on a list for hot seat coaches. Like
He made the playoffs last year, didn't he? Or was he just out of the playoffs?
They were just one game away.
They were 10-6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they were 10-6 and didn't make it in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I could also see
That's pretty damn good with Fitz tragic.
Yeah.
Hey, he was magic a lot of games last year.
It'll be interesting. So I've got Nagy. Josh, you had Kingsbury.
Cliff.
All right.
Yeah.
And Dave, you had Frank Reich.
Yep.
All right.
I know I'm going to be wrong, but it's whatever.
Well, let's stop dicking around.
Do it.
Let's get to the shit while everybody's here.
Yeah. So the only thing we did on this that we all three know is that we agreed on obviously the teams themselves that made the playoffs, and
Correct.
we agreed on the
Number
first
one
seeds
on each side.
Correct. So if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, congratulations.
Yep.
Or a Buffalo Bills fan, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yep.
They will have the first round buys. Well, you guys want to start on the NFC or the AFC?
Don't care.
NFC.
NFC.
All right. So, first matchup, the number 5 seed 49ers traveling to Green Bay.
Oh, man, this is a good matchup.
Yes, it is.
All right, so your 49ers,
Did
they're
not make
projected
the
to
playoffs last year.
They did not. Yeah, they were dealing with some injuries. Their projected win-loss this year is 11-6.
That's stout.
Key additions. You had Alex Mack added to the, and then obviously because of their performance last year, they got the draft number 3 overall, and they drafted Trey Lance at quarterback.
Who's not going to play?
Yeah, and then with Green Bay, they're projected to go 12-5 this year. Green Bay, they added Randall Cobb back to the mix. I don't know if that's a key addition, but that's really all they added, which I think is why Aaron Rodgers is so pissed off because they never had any good players. And they drafted a corner in the first round, Eric Stokes.
Yep. It's a good matchup. I'm not going to lie. And this was the reason why I brought up the question of Aaron Rodgers. If the off the field issues become any kind of a problem, you're going to see it manifest most, I think, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But this is a home game for Green Bay, so I'm going to go out firing, and I'm going to say Green Bay takes care of home field.
Yeah, I was going to go Green Bay as well. I mean, if this is Aaron Rodgers' last hurrah, and he gets to this point, I think he goes hard.
I think it doesn't matter now, but I was going to go with the 49ers. I feel like here in the last couple of years, I mean, the one year that Jimmy G was healthy, they made it to the Super Bowl. The other years he's been hurt. They've been struggling, on the backs of like quarterbacks like Nick Mullins. Now they're going to have a rookie, presumably who's going to be pretty good. He was a high draft pick, Trey Lance. So I think Jimmy G starts the year. Trey Lance either takes over mid-year or maybe Jimmy G gets hurt and Trey Lance has to come in. But I don't think you're going to see as big of a drop-off in quarterback play from either one of those. And, man, they are a fucking Madden team. They have speed. Greasy, fast, speed at every position. So I think 49ers are going to be – I can't believe we're going to knock them out in the first round because I was going to have them for the Super Bowl, possibly.
Oh, God.
Your bracket's busted.
Yeah.
Jesus. Hate to see it. All right, so Green Bay advances. All right, so next matchup. Again, I did not pick these seedings.
One second, I have a question here. Is somebody going to take note of these choices? Because I just want to rub it in your faces later on about the 49ers. But go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So
I assume Jason was. Since he has the.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a podcast with the information. Duh.
Correct. So the number 7 seed Rams taking on the number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, by the way, on that 49ers thing, that 11-6, they are projected to win the division. The Rams are projected to go 10-7. As we know, the Rams have no draft picks for the foreseeable future here, but they did add Matt Stafford this season, Deshaun Jackson, and Sony Michel here recently in a trade.
I'm extremely curious on Stafford's performance.
Oh, yeah. The Cowboys, so the Cowboys are projected to go 10-7, also projected to win their division. And they added Malik Hooker as a safety, and they took Micah Parsons in the first round this year as a linebacker.
I like the draft pick at linebacker. Him with Van Der Esch could be a solid duo. And you still
here's what I would tell you. I think Sean McVay is incredibly underrated as a coach. I think a couple years ago he was very overrated. Everybody was sucking on the teat, but people have been sleeping on the last couple of seasons because this dude's been trying to drag the fucking corpse of Jared Goff up and down the field. Now that he's got Matt Stafford, I think we're going to do what Matt Stafford really could do. I think Rams win this game big.
All right. I mean, they are returning a solid defense.
Yep.
Jason,
and that's
I'm sorry.
what you're going to need. Hey, look, go ahead.
I was ready to give the Cowboys a win. Like I was actually looking and mentally, you're my friend. I was looking out for you. I was trying to convince myself to give the Cowboys a win at some point during this bracket. But no, not this team. I agree with Josh. I think you get a re-motivated Matt Stafford who was never really the reason that Detroit never did fucking anything. I mean, you look at his statistics. I mean, the dude was always, for the most part, lights out at quarterback, or at least, very, very above average. To your point, Josh, I think a lot of people sleep on Matt Stafford just because he's been at Detroit for so long. He's just never really been in the conversation.
Yeah, you go up to Detroit and just watch your career disappear.
I think, with that team around him and with Sean McVay, dude, I think they take care of business in Dallas.
Hey, look, this is going to be a clean sweep because I am a diehard Cowboys fan, love the Cowboys, but I'm going to tell you something. The Rams have a great secondary and an elite defensive line. And if you're not going to run the ball, which the Cowboys won't, because they pay a lot of money to a guy to just pass block from time to time and carry it 15 times a game, and you're going to get Dak Prescott murdered in this game. I don't even think that game would be close. I probably wouldn't even watch it on TV.
Jesus.
So sweep for the Rams. All right. Next matchup. Seahawks.
I mean they went 10-6 with like Jared Goff as their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Seahawks on the road in the Dome. Actually, are they in the Dome anymore? It's the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, they have a dome.
Okay.
All right,
Seahawks
so
at Vikings.
Yeah, Seahawks projected win-loss this year is 9-8. Seahawks, they didn't have a first-round pick. Looks like the only key addition they had this year was the right guard, Gabe Jackson. Versus the Vikings, their projected win-loss is 10-7. The Vikings added Patrick Peterson at corner. We'll see if he's got any juice left. And they took an offensive tackle in the first round, Christian Darrisaw.
Do we know if Dalvin Cook is healthy?
I think so. Hey, man, Dalvin's a monster.
He is.
Yeah.
What college did he go to, Fossil?
I don't care.
Florida State.
Problem is, they still have Kirk Cousins at quarterback.
I was about to say they're still rocking Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna come out early. I'm not even the biggest. I think last year I was very sour on Seattle, if I remember correctly. But Minnesota wasn't. They weren't impressive last year, and I don't think they beat the Seahawks at this point.
Yeah, Minnesota had a tough run to start the season. I think they started 0-4.
Nope, they beat
or
us.
0-3. Well, I was going to say their first win was against us, but I think it was in the fourth game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But but man, they have a good defense, and they have some really good position skill players as well. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, what if they had Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
Like, they'd be pretty nasty up there.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, Seattle. I mean, how are you going to bet against Russell Wilson in this matchup? You know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever else you want to say about either team, I think Russell Wilson is the difference. So I would go with Seahawks.
Dave, who you got?
I already said Seahawks. I started it.
Okay. Well, it's going to be a clean sweep. I think the Vikings are a solid team, but I do feel like the Seahawks and the Vikings are very similar. They want to run the ball. They can throw the ball. They have solid defenses, but there's just no comparison between Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I just want to throw this out there. I don't know if this makes it more confusing, but just like for our audience, for clarity, we all seemed like we were kind of shitting on the Vikings, and so y'all might be wondering, like, why did we even pick them to make the playoffs? We all had them as our wild card, like our like basically bubble team limping into the playoffs. So just figured I'd throw that out there.
If Dalvin Cook stays healthy, they're going to be a playoff team, even with Kirk Cousins at quarterback.
Like, Kirk Cousins is a solid, like, 15 to 20 quarterback in the league. Like,
yep.
And if he's hitting, like, if he's going to have the season of his life, he could be almost number 10, 11 in the league, right? Like, he has skills, but he's just average, I think.
Yep. I agree. Now, do we want to finish off the NFC bracket, or do we want to go over to the AFC?
Let's get to the NFC Super Bowl, to the NFC Championship game.
All right, so we go into the next round. So we have, let's see, on the road, we have the Rams taking on the defending champion Bucks.
Oh. So just to finish off here, so the Bucks are projected to have the highest win total in the entire league this year. They're projected to go 14-3. The Bucks returned all 22 starters to the team, but they were also able to add Giovanni, and they added a linebacker, Joe Tryon.
I'll start here because I probably have the least amount to say. For me, for my money, my 3 mortgages. I don't know how you bet I think it's going to be a tough game, but I don't know how you don't bet against Tampa at this point. They're going to be well rested. They're going to be theoretically, barring injury, they brought back everybody who won a ring last year. I don't know. I think if y'all go Rams, that's fine, but I personally can't go against Tampa right now.
Go ahead, Fossil.
I think this is going to be. I think this would be a good matchup. I think you have a defense in the Rams that can go toe to toe with the Bucks offense. The only issue that I have is we've never seen Stafford get this far in the playoffs. And I'm not saying that's I'm not trying to soothsay here and say that he's going to crack under pressure. He's a vet. Like, I don't think that's the situation. But I don't think the Rams are that team to upset the Bucks in this matchup. So I'm going to go with the Bucks. Hard to go against Brady this early in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, again, I'm looking at the quarterback matchup here, and look, Brady's got to slow down at some point, and we'll see what he does during the season here. But for now, I think it's definitely Brady and the Bucks.
All right, so the Bucks advance. All right, so next matchup: Seattle Seahawks on the road in Lambeau Field.
Oh. I'm going to come out with the Packers on that one.
All right.
I I mean, even though I thought the 49ers would beat the Packers, I think the Packers would definitely beat the Seahawks here.
You want to go, Jason?
Okay, so this is the game in which we figure out if Pete Carroll has done what he's tried to set out to do these last 2 seasons, and that's get a running game. I'm going to go for the upset here and pick the Seahawks because I think they have some good young running backs, and I think you're going to need that in a game at Lambeau Field. So I'm taking the Seahawks with the upset.
So this is a situation where I haven't been high on the Seahawks recently. I gave them a win the previous round. But I think they lose this game. With Aaron Rodgers at home, his last run with Green Bay, I don't think he loses this game. And I'm going to give them Green Bay the win.
If Aaron Rodgers loses, is he walking off the field, flipping off the crowd?
No, unless he can find where the GM's
Boxes.
Yeah, boxes.
All right, so we got 2 for Green Bay and 1 for Seahawks, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
All right, so this would be a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, wasn't it?
Yes.
Tampa went to Green Bay and won.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it'd be a
All
home
right.
game.
Yep. So now Green Bay returning the favor at the Bucks.
I'll go
Super Bowl
first.
on the line.
I'm going Bucks again. I think they're at home. Again,
Just know this, Dave. If you pick the Bucks, you're saying that they are going to go to the Super Bowl in back-to-back seasons. Very difficult to do.
yeah.
A lot of pressure.
And Brady's done it before.
I agree.
Like twice. Or 3
Hey,
times.
I'm gonna ride the Aaron Rodgers farewell season. I think he and his teammates are gonna rally, and they're not gonna play hard for Green Bay. They're gonna play hard for Aaron. And I
Get him
think they
another
win.
ring.
I think they go to the Super Bowl. Yep, I think they go to the Super Bowl.
Okay. So it's on me then. Okay. So here's my theory on this. It's extremely difficult to get to back-to-back Super Bowls. Watching the way that Arlo bracket unravels here, the Rams at the Bucks, I think that Brady takes a lot of hits. And I don't think he's 100% for this game. I'm going Green Bay. Even though I picked them to lose in the last round, I do believe that an 87-year-old Tom Brady is going to have a hiccup or an injury.
That's fine. That's a more exciting pick anyway.
So Green Bay going to the Super Bowl, Cinderella season. Here we go.
All right. No,
All right.
Let's go, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't
All right,
I don't
so-
hate that pick.
Here we go.
Look, I want him to retire after that and then host Jeopardy.
There you go. He was good.
It's fantastic.
All right, so
Or
AFC.
LeVar Burton, either way.
All right, AFC first round matchups. We have newcomers to the playoffs. The Miami Dolphins on the road. Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
Actually,
So your Miami Dolphins, their projected win-loss is 11-6. They added in Will Fuller this year, Jacoby Brissett, and then they had a pretty high draft pick here, Jalen Waddle at wide receiver.
Okay, I think
Versus,
he's okay. I thought he got hurt, but I don't know if he's not hurt. Hey, look, Will Fuller, that's addition by subtraction.
Yeah. Titans, their projected win-loss is 12-5. They had a busy offseason. They added in one of the greatest receivers of all time, Julio Jones. They picked up Bud Dupree at linebacker, and they drafted a corner in the first round, Caleb Farley.
So I'll start. Look, I'm just gonna get this out of the way because I know it's gonna happen anyway. I hate the fucking Titans. They're definitely going to win the division. Like, in my opinion, this is their division to win this year.
Yeah.
I think the other three teams in this division, obviously, we're one of them. We're trash. I think the Colts have no idea what the fuck is going on. And I think the Jaguars, if the Jaguars are going to be anything, it's not going to be this year. Maybe next year. Maybe.
Maybe 4 years from now.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But so the Titans, they're going to get here. That being said, I think because of that, because they've been able to kind of coast through this season on a lot of weak ass fucking teams, mainly just our division, just chomping through everybody in our division. I don't think they're going to be expecting Miami to come through as hard as they will, and I think Tua is going to end up developing into a well above average starting quarterback and kind of prove everybody wrong. I think he takes the next step this year. He's been looking real strong in preseason, and they added a lot of weapons. I'm going Miami. Fuck the tits.
Uh-oh. Damn. You go, Dave.
Look, I think one of the things that we're sleeping on right now is that the Tennessee Titans have already gotten a really nasty COVID outbreak done and out of the way on their team. So they're going to be able to avoid a lot of COVID shit that's going to happen to some other teams in the middle of the
They're irresponsible.
They like
overrated.
COVID. Yeah, they like COVID more than Stan like titty bars.
she got big tits, man.
You did. Deep cut.
I think Derrick Henry's a freak. I think they're going to keep riding him. Tannehill's efficient. And I just don't think I didn't have the Dolphins originally, so I'm going to stick to what I think here, and I think the Tennessee Titans are going to win this game.
This is a tough game for me. I really, really like Miami. I really like what Flores is doing. I really like them as a Cinderella team. But to Josh's point, it's hard to account for Derrick Henry. The dude can literally carry the ball 50 times a game, and you will never have an offensive possession.
Sure.
As much as I want to pick Miami here, because I really, really do, I really think they can win this game.
Hold on one second.
I just don't think that. I just don't think this is going to happen here. So I think the Titans will win.
Okay.
Dave, why'd you say hold on one second? What happened?
Oh, I was just pulling up a stat before he gave us whatever, but it's fine. It's no big deal.
What was the stat?
No, I was trying to pull it up, but you didn't give me enough time, so it's not a big deal.
You can still say it, Dave. Maybe I'll change my mind.
No, you won't.
You don't know. I really like Miami.
No, I was trying to pull up to see what their run defense was, but I can't easily see it, so it's not the end of the world. I just know they had points against. They had the 6th overall last year.
Yeah,
Tennessee Titans, move on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so next matchup. Another new team to the playoffs. The Chargers.
Oh yeah.
Headed to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
All right. So your LA Chargers, their projected win-loss is 11-6 this year. They added Corey Linsley on their offensive line, and they drafted an offensive lineman in the first round, Rashawn Slater. The Ravens projected to go 11-6 this year. The Ravens, they added Justin Houston, they added Sammy Watkins, and they drafted a wide receiver in the first round, Rashad Bateman.
Yep.
Look, I'm super high on the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to be really good this year. I think you're going to continue to see the ascension. I say that and his name just escapes me. The quarterback. What the hell's his name?
For who?
The quarterback for the Chargers.
Jackson.
Justin Herbert.
Chargers.
Yeah. Justin Herbert.
Gotcha.
You're going to continue to see the ascension of Justin Herbert here. They did a lot of things to build up their offensive line. That was what they really focused on in the draft and in preseason or in offseason. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to get that extra bump from the new coach, right? Because every once in a while when you get a team that's ready to go, let's just go back and look at like the 2002 Buccaneers, right? Like you had Tony Dungy who was building the Buccaneers up, but he just couldn't get over the hurdle that was the Philadelphia Eagles, but he also just couldn't get them deeper into the playoffs. And Dungy, as we know, great coach, but he's like a player's coach, like super, I don't say nice, but just very accommodating. Whereas when they brought in John Gruden was getting people's asses nonstop on that team. I think that's going to be the case this year with Brandon Staley taking over the team. And I'm also going to say Brandon Staley is my pick for NFL Coach of the Year this year as well.
Damn.
The Ravens are not. Yeah, they're not exciting. They're gonna run some fucking triple wing Georgia Tech, fucking Navy kind of offense.
I feel like after
over here.
I feel like after 2 years, this will be the third year that they've had
Deshaun Jackson,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, this will be the third year, correct?
Yeah.
I feel like
fourth year.
I feel like by now, I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna do anything or whatever like that. That's not. But I feel like at this point he's gonna be more figured out. And to your point, Josh, like I think he has a bad year this year. I think he's due a bad year. I'm also going Chargers. I'm very high on the Chargers.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be a clean sweep, but I'm going to come at it from a different perspective. But it's going to be with Lamar Jackson. I think he's a very good quarterback. He can be great. I like the additions the Ravens have done, even though they just lost. I think they just lost their second round pick today. Their running back, I guess. It looked like
it was. They picked him up last year, didn't they?
I thought it was this year's second round pick. Maybe it was
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, was that last year?
I think it was last year.
Okay, well, it looks like a knee injury for him. I am going to come at this from a different angle and say that at this point, Lamar needs to utilize his weapons. He's not, and I think he's going to get hurt. And I don't even think he's going to make it to the playoffs. I think the Ravens are going to backdoor their way into the playoffs. And this is going to be a team that does not have Lamar Jackson at the quarterback. And the Chargers will take advantage and win this game.
All right.
All right. So next game. This is, God dang it. I was so frustrated when, just behind the curtain, I got this sheet and I randomized all the teams by letting my wife pick random numbers. And when this happened, this is very frustrating.
High tech.
Yes, high tech. Yeah. The best money could buy is the Cleveland Browns traveling to Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Hey, this is so Kansas City projected win-loss this year 12-5. Kansas City, yeah, they added this year, so they added the center from New England, Joe Thuney, and then they had a big old trade with the Ravens for Orlando Brown. So they really beefed up that offensive line this offseason. They didn't have a first-round pick this year. The reason why I went Chiefs first is because the Browns are projected to have the best record in the AFC this year.
Damn.
They're projected to be 13-4 this year. Cleveland Browns key additions. They added Jadeveon Clowney season. We'll see if that turns into anything. And they took another corner in the first round this year, Greg Newsome.
Okay.
Look,
we all know I love the Browns. That's my team.
Look, yep. I also I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna throw out a pick because I already know where this is gonna go if I want it to go this way. So I'm gonna just pick and make it interesting, right? I'm gonna make y'all figure this out. I'm going Browns. I'm gonna go for an upset because I'm gonna say that KC is just gonna expect this to be another day in the office for them. And I'm gonna say they get fucking shocked, and they lose a shootout against Baker Mayfield.
I will counter that by saying this. I also like the Browns. And if this game was in Cleveland, I would pick the Brownies. But I'm going to go with the home team and not go against Patrick Mahomes and pick KC to win this game.
It's fine. You can be boring. It's fine.
I wish I wasn't. I was really frustrated with this matchup. More so than the Miami Titans one.
Yeah. Like I said, look, I love the Browns. They're like my second favorite team. You know, we had the entire Madden franchise where I had the Browns put together. And I think they're going to be a fucking great team this year, but not so fast. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Andy Reid. Let's go back and look at the Eagles when he was coaching the Eagles. And they went to 4 straight NFC championship games. Like, Andy Reid is a great coach. He can keep his team focused to where they're not going to be lazy and they're not going to think everything like just going to be handed to them. Like, keep them focused and keep them going to where they need to go. And with them only adding like pretty significant upgrades to their offensive line this year and really keeping the core of their offense together, I just don't see how the Browns could beat the Chiefs in the first round.
KC advances.
I agree with you, but I mean, the scenario for them, like not even getting there this year, is Mahomes getting hurt, right? Yeah. But then you see Mahomes get hurt, and you see Chad Henne get him to the goddamn playoffs.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I could have easily just made it a KC sweep. I only picked the Browns to add drama.
Look, I
think it's like a 60-40. Like I think it's close.
I think that game has the potential to be probably like the best game of the opening weekend of football.
Yeah. Because look, if that offensive line is not 100% healthy and intact for KC, Myles Garrett is going to wreck.
Browns are going to eat him up.
Yep.
Like I said, I think it's a pick 'em, and I think the difference is home field advantage. In this bracket of ours, KC has home field. That's why I went KC. So next round. Yeah, next round. Los Angeles Chargers. I can't stand it. It's San Diego. End of story.
It's not actually. It's a different city.
The Chargers on the road to the number 1 seed.
God damn it.
The what?
Motherfucker. The Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
All right, Buffalo Bills projected to go 12-5 this year. The Bills key additions this offseason. Mitch Trubisky.
Oh yeah.
That's great, a big win. And then they did draft chump defensive end out of some school in Florida named Greg Russo,
who's already leading all defensive players in quarterback pressures through the preseason.
That's good. I'm glad that school, Florida State, can provide some good talent.
Oh God, bro, that guy might be defensive rookie.
We'll see. I think he's going to be good for the Bills. I mean, look, I hate this because I really wanted to ride San Diego to the AFC Championship game, but this is where their journey ends.
I agree.
I think the Bills are going to be an absolute fucking juggernaut this year. Josh Allen just got fucking paid.
And dude, he looks good. He looks good as shit in preseason.
Yeah.
I will say that the reason I think the Russo kid has a chance to be Defensive Rookie of the Year is because the Bills should have gone to the Super Bowl last year if they could have had one player on the entire defensive line that could rush a quarterback.
Yep.
And they solved that in the draft.
There you go.
So it's a Bills sweep.
Yep. Yeah, I love the Chargers too. I think Herbert was such a good pick. Like,
see, the way you guys feel about the Chargers is how I feel.
That's how you feel about who?
Miami.
Oh.
The Dolphins.
Yep. Well.
All right, so next game. Tennessee Titans traveling to Kansas City.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Hey, look, Tennessee.
I was purposefully not going to vote for Kansas City, but why do they have to go up against the Tits?
Yeah. Hey, listen, Tennessee. Good run by you. You suck. Go home.
Kansas City by 40.
Yeah. Now, on paper, I'm not picking the Kansas City. I mean, I'm not picking Tennessee, but on paper, Tennessee can, with Derrick Henry, can win this game.
This is that game that he has 35 carries.
Yeah. But they got to be up. So, I mean, the offense has got to do something.
Correct.
Yeah. Or like get like a pick or something like this game can get out of hand for Kansas City if they let Tennessee get ahead early, like if they have some early mistakes. Because unlike the Texans, they won't blow a 20-something point lead.
You just ruined my thing. I was going to say, has Kansas City ever come back from 21-0?
I thought it was like 24-0 actually.
It wasn't 21-0.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah,
I still have the screenshot somewhere.
But but whatever. It's going to be KC here.
Does that not feel like 10 years ago?
I don't even give a fuck anymore. That's how long ago it is. I don't even care.
It's supplanted Matt Shaw breaking his foot as the worst moment in Texans history. I've never felt worse about the Houston Texans than I did in that game.
We're not even remotely the same team anymore. So like I literally just don't even care because it's like it's completely different coaching staff.
That was in the multiverse. That other team.
Yeah, but just how high? I sent the text message. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
And you meant it. And you thought it was totally like this is happening.
And then a quarter later, I was so mad. Anyway, fuck Tennessee.
Yeah. So next round, AFC Championship game, Kansas City on the road in Buffalo.
We had this same matchup last year.
I say it's funny. We got the same two conference championships.
Yeah, I mean, we're either going to get it right or get it wrong again.
I'm picking Buffalo. I think Buffalo's
we picked
at home
last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We had Buffalo Green Bay in the Super Bowl last year, and you know what? God damn it, we're going for round 2. Because I'm picking Buffalo as well.
Wait, we did it again?
That's right.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna do it again. We got it wrong the last time. We were close though.
But look, I mean, when we look at
we're so fucking boring.
When I look at these picks though, like I don't feel like I am just like throwing darts.
Right.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm throwing darts at a dartboard. Like I really do believe
we are picking the best teams to win.
Correct. Yeah. I do think that the Bills' defense is much better, and another year of experience only makes the quarterback even better.
Were the Bills at home last year?
In the AFC Championship game? No. I don't think so.
Okay.
So I
think they will be. I think they're going to have a better record this year.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, go take out your second mortgage. Go sell your Bitcoin, your Dogecoin.
No.
Your Moon coin.
Your Ethereum, gold coins, silver coins, whatever you got. Because now we're about to tell you who is going to win the Super Bowl. Green Bay versus Buffalo.
Now look, had we gotten Tampa here, I would have went Buffalo. But Josh convinced me. He hit me with something. He hit me with something. They I don't know. I don't know what I was going with that. But Josh did hit me with something that stuck with me.
Love sausage?
No, that's gross. He said that the team isn't going to win for Green Bay. They're going to win for Aaron. And I think if they get here, they know Aaron's leaving. they're 100% going to rally around Aaron and get him another ring. And I think if Aaron get additional hot take on the fly, if Aaron Rodgers wins a Super Bowl here, he retires.
Okay.
And takes the Jeopardy Cup.
Or I'm not adding that to my prediction, but if you want to add it to yours, you can.
There was rumors for a hot minute in the offseason that he was just going to retire.
Yeah. So I think he's already planning on leaving Green Bay anyway. I think if he gets a ring here, I think the moment's going to be such a big moment. He'll take his ball and go home.
I don't know, man. There's going to be some team out there waiting to give him like $60 million for 2 years or something, though.
Well, okay, whatever. Either way,
he's going to be the Colts' new quarterback.
Oh no! Please stop.
Oh, that would be awful.
Because he probably could get him a ring.
Yeah.
I'm going Green Bay. I'm locking it in.
All right, so I'm gonna.
I hate it too.
I'm gonna counter that, Dave, because
you'd rather make it hard for Josh.
And I mean nobody, circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. I believe 2 weeks of Aaron Rodgers, way on the team. I think Buffalo is just young enough to not realize what's going on, and Buffalo wins this game.
I would love it.
Brings the Bills a long overdue Super Bowl ring.
I mean, they should have had him in the early 90s.
No, they shouldn't have.
Yeah, they should have.
Oh, man.
I think he secretly just wanted to put this on you, Josh.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
If, like I said, if this had been Tampa, I'd have given this to Buffalo happily. Like, yeah. But
I think both these teams kind of have the same thing going here, right? Is they're rallying around their quarterback. Like Josh Allen, when he was drafted, like everybody was like, "Who? What? Like, why would you take this guy?" And I mean, I think he's, you had, I mean, the Bills didn't have an option, but in that same draft class, you had like Baker Mayfield, you had Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Hey, look, I was right there. I was not an Allen believer. I was wrong.
Look, my buddy Josh, he lives in Buffalo or near Buffalo, and he's a big Buffalo Bills fan. He fucking hated that pick when they took him. Just like the Texans fans hated J.J. Watt when we took J.J. Watt. And he'll be the first, Houston Texans Hall of Famer. No. But man, Josh Allen has ascended to be the best quarterback of that class. And he's probably going to be like a top 5 quarterback this season. I have Josh Allen as my prediction this year for MVP of the league. And I think they're going to ride him all the way to a Super Bowl victory. Okay. I think he's going to bring it home for the Bills.
Bills
I hope you're right.
Super Bowl. I don't know what the betting odds are, but I mean, hawk your fucking family jewelry.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to go. If I can bet on the Bills winning the Super Bowl, I'm going to do it.
All right.
I'm going to bet 100 doll hairs on the Bills. Weird. On the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Doll hairs, huh?
That's right.
All right.
All right,
guys. Right. Anything else? Anything that we might have missed? Any other tidbits of knowledge or hot takes?
Nope.
No.
If you're still here after all that, just don't forget we're doing 12 Angry Men next week. That sounded real dirty. We're going to be talking about the movie 12 Angry Men, the number 87 movie on the AFI. Other than that, I'm all good. Live long and motherfucking prosper.